Good morning, everyone. This is Orc and Hat, back with another Let's Play of the Hermit Pack. And I've got a few things in mind for today. We have our little very basic portable base set up right here. Now, I like to do some decorating for this, but it's a little hard to decorate when you can't put anything on the floor. Like if I put I think even a half block down, I'll just hit the ceiling right here. And so to get a little bit of an expansion to this base, we're going to need to get some ectoplasm to sacrifice to whatever dark god has built this thing, besides us, to expand out the height a little bit so we can put a floor in and make it a little bit nicer. But I don't want to just, go right back to ectoplasm again. I would like to get a few new tools first that we can make with our new base. So with that, let me begin and try to make some new tools, maybe a few that use power, maybe a few that use lava. And I just want to see what can be fun to play around with. We've been mainly playing around with Psi. I'd like to play around with other things as well. Alright, so I've been doing some experimenting with the storage tablet here. It looks like it doesn't actually give you a full crafting table, which is good because then it means our assembly halo isn't going to be wasted. What it can do is store recipes, though. And basically you click on one of these slots, you store the recipe there, and then you can click whether you want to make 1 of them, 4 of them, 8 of them, or a full stack of them. Now I'm going to need some furnaces a bit, so I'm not too worried about that. But there's something else I wanted to make first. These basic capacitors. Let's move that into the grid, and let's store this recipe, because this is going to come up a lot. I'm going to make... Oh, I'm a little low on redstone. Let me grab some of that. I think I've got a bunch of it in here. There we are. Let me see... Alright, so let me make 4 of these. There we are. 4 of the basic capacitors. Now... I stored some iron here because or some iron bars because I'm going to need to. So here we go, machine chassis. This I'm also going to have to craft a lot. So let me store this recipe right here. All right, let's just get one of those for now. Actually, we're going to need a second. All right, so with that in mind, sag mill. We're going to need a piston, some iron, and some flint. Let's see. Well, let's might as well make a piston. See how it goes from there. This piston's one of those things that comes up a good amount. Alright. Let's store this right here. And make 1. Alright, so we've got 1 piston. So then we need 4 iron and 3 flint. Let's see if we have flint at all. 3 flint. Perfect. Okay, let's see iron. We need a few iron bars. We're looking a little low on iron, aren't they? I think I've got some... Yeah, I can melt this down right here. I could put it in the furnace there, but, we still have our side things. So we might as well use that. Now, where did we put that side gun? Oh, just right where we left it. So, oh, right, this is iron. We've got to be a little bit more careful with iron. So I'm going to do smelt repeatedly. And... Oh, it probably helps if I actually cast a spell. Let me try this again. And you see we're picking it up as soon as it gets smelted. So this is how we avoid making refined iron, which is a little bit obnoxious. I have to admit. It's still faster than a furnace would be. Okay, there we go. So I think with all that together, I think we have the requirements to make one of these. Sag mill, there we go. Sag mill. I guess I'm going to just put this on top for now. Let me see. On death generator. Well, I was thinking sag mill is going to help us out in the long term. We need to make some stuff. But another thing is what we can do with it. Put some flint in it. Flint in the sag mill. This is basically a grinder. It can be used in ore processing to get more ores. But if we put some flint in it, it becomes more efficient, and it also gives us bonus outputs. Now, we can put a single bone in here. And the single bone, let's see how much we get out of it bone meal. I think normal bone meal is 2 or 4. I can check in a second. We got 6. And I think with bonus, 3. So we got double the normal amount of bone meal. And I think, oh, we actually do have a thing we can use for this. I think I put it away in one of these. No, it's probably still in the bags. Okay, let me double check. Nope, okay. So give me a second. I'm going to get our magical thing that's going to make this magically better. That we picked up a while ago. Increases energy storage and speed/range of machines. So let's give it a try. Magic capacitor is what they're called. We got a bunch of them in dungeon chests, and now we're finally making work. So that definitely increased the storage. Let's just put the rest of these bones in. And it's increased the speed. Alright. Looks like it did 6 or 8 each time. Then all these bone meals. I'm going to then craft these into a bunch of bone blocks. Do I have that stored as a recipe yet? I'm running out of recipe room. Alright, but let's get the bone block up and going. Because the bone blocks were really great as a fuel for our undeath generator. So let's just grind all our bones up into even more bone material somehow. Just, you know, break any sort of rules of physics. There we go. We got a bunch of bone blocks. And by that I mean 9. Then we just put the bone blocks in our generator. And we're going to make more power than we were making 120 RF per tick, as opposed to the rotten flesh was like, you know, I think it was 20. So it's a lot more efficient. And we can just go ahead and even... We might need some bones for something else, but let's put a stack in here. Just grind the rest of that up. Now, while that's grinding up, we are also going to need to make a furnace. A, oh, what was it called? Alloy smelter. Alloy smelter. I need 3 furnaces, a cauldron, and another one of those machine chassis. Alright, so I got machine chassis. Cauldron. Alright, I can craft that. Do I have enough iron? I hope I do. I'm not going to do the math for it right now, but here we go. Then I believe we still have in here stored the recipe. Oh, why is it not? Interesting. Let's see what happens when I press 1. No, that made another piston. Okay, double clicking works on it. So let's make one of these. Alright, so now we've got 3 furnaces. Alright, still getting used to some of these things. Alloy smelter. There we go, alloy smelter. I probably should have loaded that up. Let's put that in here. It's already used up all the power, but we will get more power soon enough. After we make more bone blocks. Now, in the long term of the setup, if we were going to, you know, I guess professionally live off of the undead, we could, you know, set up some automated crafting to take the bones in, grind them up all automatically like, and then make them into bone blocks to then melt them down. Now, I hope this is being more efficient. I don't know. We'll see in the end. I think we're coming out ahead. I can do the math on it later. But let's make more bone blocks. Alright, so we've got 44 bone blocks. That sounds like a good amount of bones. And yeah, we aren't even done with the rest of them, so... There we go. Alright, and that's getting filled up again. Okay, this will be filled up again eventually. So, I need to see if we have... I wanted to make dark steel. I know we have some obsidian. I don't need this anymore. Actually, let me just... I think there's a thing where I can empty out into here. Is that... Dump. Oh, Can I just dump like that? No, I don't know. Just put these away for now. So, I think back here, we had some obsidian. We are going to need some obsidian. We might need more. I'm going to check our supplies on dark steel, because I want to make a dark steel chest plate and then dark steel glider so we can glide around. That's our first little project that we're working on today. Alright, so I did some more checking, and we're actually a little bit of obsidian and dark steel short of being able to make the chest piece and the, well, and the glider quite yet. So we are going to need to get a little bit more lava. We don't necessarily have enough here either. So I'm going to do a lava trip real quick, and we can see what we can find along the way, and hopefully get more tools up and going. Alright, we are back in the mine, and the goal today is to find some lava. So I'm going to take a look around, and I'll let you guys know what I find. Alright, found a nice little pool of lava. We can see about at least filling this up. I don't believe I have any tin cans available right now, but we should be fine with just what we can store in this thing for right now. And I believe there's also eventually we can make a pressurized fluid tank, which I think holds double this, which might not be a bad investment long term, but it needs dark steel, which until basically a few moments from now, we had a limited supply of. But we should be fixing that quite soon, and that's actually why we need this. Now, it occurs to me, I should just make this into obsidian down here. We need some water, so I'm going to start looking around for some water to cast some obsidian with. So I will let you guys know when I have the obsidian in hand. I think we actually found exactly what we need, a little bit better than I was expecting even. I can just swim up here. Where is this water source block at? There we go. Oh, there we are. Because this has already done some of our work for us. So, nice little bit of obsidian down here. I can start mining that up. And then begin with making our dark steel armor. Alright, so I've done a bit of mining, and I've done a bit of gathering, and there's still more obsidian left to go, but I've got a full tank of lava, and I've got 25 obsidian. I think that's all we need for the moment. We can always come back later if we need more. I mean, we're still, in a way, staying right here. Alright, and we are back in our home. Have this up and going, generating power. Now, we're going to need to make some dark steel. Dark steel requires... let me just... yeah, killed an enderman along the way. Got some ender pearls and nebulous heart, which I can turn into more ender pearls. But dark steel requires coal dust, obsidian... Let me put this on alloys only. And iron. Now, I don't think we have any coal dust, so we're going to make some coal dust. Now, if I remember correctly, we should be able to just go into here, and I think I've got some coal. Yeah, here we go. Let's get the 40 coal dust and grind that up in here. And we'll see how much coal dust... Oh, we already have... that's all right. We can make more flint later. Grind the cobblestone up, something like that. We'll figure it out. So, I've got a good amount of iron now. Let's put that in there. And how's this doing? Got some sulfur dust, I think. Can that be used in place of gunpowder? Let me see. What can we do with sulfur dust? Oh, yeah, we can do it to make these EFLNs. I've heard those are pretty good for mining. Chemical oxidizer, we can make sulfur dioxide. Make rubber, that and calcite. And we can make junk. Okay. Might use it eventually. But let's just go ahead and make our 21 dark steel or so. That's going to take some time. Normally we could grab the magic capacitor from there, but it's going to lose us a lot of power because the capacity is going to go down. So I'm going to let it be for now. And we can just wait normally, and I can figure out some other things to do in the meantime. Alright, well I've got enough dark steel to at least get started on this. So, dark steel armor. Make dark steel first, but then you just craft it like normal armor. So here's our tunic right here, dark plate. Now, the nice thing about this is it can be upgraded. It can be upgraded with glider wings, requires 4 levels, and a vibrant crystal, which requires 4 levels. Now, I guess tying into things last time, let's make the vibrant crystal first. Now, we got some vibrant alloys from some of our earlier looting, but we can craft this into a vibrant crystal quite easily, like this. Vibrant alloy can be made through the alloy smelter, through combination of materials, including, I believe it was gold, redstone, glowstone, and ender pearls. We can make these just on our own, and it takes a good amount of power and time. Less time if you have one of the magic capacitors, which we'll probably want to loot some of those now that we actually have a need for them. Now, so we have our dark plate and our vibrant crystal. We can combine the two of them in an anvil. Whereas 4 levels, we've got way more than that, so let's do that. There we go. Now you might notice that this has a power bar now. The power, basically 50% of damage absorbed by power. That sounds pretty great to me. Now, I mean, this is nice and self-repairs, but I think we can do a lot with this too, and we've got power now, so we might as well use it. So let's charge this thing up. There we go. Actually, if I remember correctly, I can upgrade this again by adding a base capacitor in 6 levels. I've done that before I put the power in, but let's do that now. That's going to be pretty easy to make, because we just open this up, and there we go. Craft one. There we go. So let's upgrade our thing again. This might lose the power we have stored in it. That's okay. Yeah, we lose the power we have stored in it. But now can heal up 60% of the damage absorbed. It seems like pretty painless, relatively cheap recipe. Let's put that in and charge it up again. Now, while powered, it counts as better armor. So this is going to be 8 versus 5 from the Simon exosuit. So this is going to be better for our purposes. Also, we're going to upgrade it again in a moment to have a glider built in. Now, how much do we have in here? Okay, we're getting there. We need, I believe, 8 to set this thing up. But here we go. We have our little dark metal chest plate. Starting to look a little Batman-like here. Need a cape to go with it or something. Maybe replace the helmet a bit. Just enjoying the whole, death theme for right now. Although I do have something in mind that I want to use this skeleton skull for later. But let's get back to making this thing fly a little bit. All right, we've got 6 dark steel now, which is enough to start with. The basic recipe of the rings, is it this way or is it the other way? Let's see. I think it might be both. All right, so basically we need 2 wings. Easily crafted like that. There we go, 2 glider rings. Then we are going to need 2 more dark steel in the middle, which will be a second. All right, there we go. I think we should have everything we need for this recipe. Just put the 2 dark steel like this, glider rings like this, and here we go, glider rings. It's actually pretty, actually, I really like this icon, but we're not going to see it for long because we're putting it in our chest plate. Now, hopefully this doesn't wipe out our charge again, although, we have more power and we have more bones. There we go, enchantment cost 4, totally doable. Alright, so got our chest back on. Oh yeah, and if you haven't seen, this is, my work clothes right here. A little belt on below, you can see when the chest plate isn't on. But we're going to put this on right now. Have that right there. Now, we can activate some glider rings now that we don't really have the height in here to test it out. But I think I can at least show you guys. So let's, like that, and there we go. There's the glider. It looks a little funky sometimes, but does a pretty good job. Now, this is not an elytra. You can also attach an elytra instead. You cannot attach both, and if you have one attached, the other cannot be attached. But this is perhaps less powerful, but in many ways more stable. It tends to drop at a uniform rate, and it's a lot more predictable, at least in my experience, than the elytra. Both can be good. But I think this should combine in a pretty lovely way with our levitate spell. This will, basically negate the effect of gravity, while the levitate spell will boost us up as if we're fighting gravity, and will basically just launch us into the air. But let's see about getting our next tools. I think I might want to make a dark helmet. While we're at it, we've already got the infrastructure set up, and that could let us see in night. And that's useful, especially for recording. Alright, I think I've got enough for the next step, making the dark helmet. Yeah, it looks like actually a little bit better than good. Alright, so we've got one here. I'm going to want to do a little bit of an upgrade to the power. So let's go ahead and take that. Although really the dark steel helmet, it's some of the other stuff, some of the other upgrades that I particularly enjoy. The one I'm looking forward to in this is night vision. But let's get this set up with some basic upgrades. There we go. And I think I can just craft another one of these in here. Yeah, just one of those would be nice. That's so much easier than laying that out by hand each time. Might break an anvil soon. Now, in theory, I can actually make anvils out of dark steel, and they're a lot more durable that way. Last a lot longer. Less iron that I have to worry about overall. Although it does need more obsidian, but we got some stuff for them right here. All right, so got this charged. Now, potion of night vision. Let me see if I have any of those left. I might have to brew another set. All right, so it looks like we need to brew another potion, which gets to a problem if we don't have any water in here. I'm not even sure yet if we can place water in here, if it's like hell or not. Oh, wrong thing there. Okay, there we go. But there is a solution to that from Pam's Harvest Craft. One of the things that you can make from that is a well, which can be used as a water source from just a block. So we can put this down right here. There we go. We've got a little well here that is tapping into... I don't think we really want to know what it's tapping into in this place, but we can fill up our water bottles and then get them all good and brewing. Oh, I got too much other water. Whatever. And I forgot to get fuel for this thing. Okay, give me a second on that. All right, here we are. Got a little bit of fuel, so that's going to start making it into nether wart. In the meantime, let us make our little carrot for night vision. Oops. After that, we shouldn't need these night vision potions really ever again, as long as we don't lose our helmet or get it broken or whatever else. Okay, there we go. Awkward potion. Now, there we go. Yes, and now it's making night vision potions. So once that's done, we can then put one of those into our helmet and have night vision. Might also want the sound locator as well. I'm not sure if anything else. I'm not a fan of the photovoltaic cells because those only charge the dark steel, and it's not that huge a rate of charging dark steel. One probe I already have set to be on by default. The others, maybe we might add it eventually, but I think we're going to be good for now. There we go. Potion of night vision. Let's see if this breaks the anvil. But we have our dark helm. Alright, I think I like the skull still, but here we go. I think this actually works really well. Alright. You can see a little bit of the mustache and the green skin underneath it, but yeah, more of the whole Batman thing going on. Just ignore the pants and the boots not quite matching. But with that, just one thing to be clear, I think night... Oh, this is horrible. This is really bad. The night vision is toggleable, which is an important thing. So just N by default, I believe, turns it on and off. Just for reference, G turns off the glider. But I think... So looking at some of the things we could make, and there's one thing, I was looking through immersive engineering. I really love immersive engineering, but one of the tools and simple machines we can make is this chemical thrower. It looks amazing. It requires some steel, which we don't quite have yet, but we can get. And it can shoot and potentially ignite things as we shoot them. This includes any liquid, in theory, in the game. So we can burn people to death with lava shot out from a gun, or burning oil, or whatever else. So I think that would be good to have today. Especially if we find some spiders. I think we can just burn them up until they make some ghosts, and then we can kill the ghosts to expand our realm. So let's get started on getting some steel going. So it actually occurred to me that I'm actually a little low on iron after everything we've been through, all the dark steel we made, and making that well right there. So let me head back and see if I can recover more iron. That looks like we might have spawned in something. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, good. We're fine. I'm going to go find some iron. Be right back. Yeah, this night vision is great for just exploring and gathering up all the ores and not worrying about things. Isn't so great for preventing monsters from spawning, but in theory we want the monsters anyway. So let me keep clearing things out a little bit and see what we can do. So I also remember that we can do some upgrades for the Ender Sword too, and make it powered, use up less durability. It's been getting some damage. And it should increase the damage. We might be able to get some other upgrades on theirs too. I don't know. I think it might just be increase the power capacity. Oh, yes, while it's powered, it also apparently prevents Endermen from teleporting, which could be useful. I mean, there's other ways to do it too, but if we already have looting 3 on this thing, so let's just make it a little bit better. All right, let's head back. Will the spider get us? Nope, we're away. Oh. Ow, ow, okay. Night vision off. Much better. Yes, I'm glad we can turn that on and off. Alright. Let me smelt some stuff and get some stuff organized, and we can get ready on making some steel that we're going to need for the chemical thrower. And I guess we can do some upgrades in the meantime to get our sword doing better. But yeah, let me assemble things together. Alright, to get steel a little bit more easily, we're going to dabble into mechanism. Now, usually getting steel in immersive engineering is a somewhat involved process. Mechanism makes it a bit easier, which might be considered, you know, a bit of perhaps unfavorable cross-mod interaction, but we're going to make it work. And among other things, the thing to make steel in immersive engineering is 3x3. And we don't exactly have that room right now. And I want a flamethrower. Alright, but one thing I need to do first, I want to make some energetic alloys. I believe that is 4 redstone, 4 gold, and 4 glowstone. Let's just put that in there. All right, there we go. So that's going to start on that. Well, I am going to see what I can do to craft. Oops, not that. I meant to craft this right here. I think I've got everything. I made some furnaces in our little crafting table thing. Now, this is getting a little messy back here. So I'm actually just going to put this down right here. And one of the things I'm going to do with these energetic alloys is make us some cables to run along here. In the future, I'll be able to build these cables into the ground itself once I am setting up a ground. But basically, I'm thinking just provide power all along here, then I can put machines on top, maybe put power up all along the wall. We'll figure something out. But with that, I'm also going to need some conduit binder. Let me see how that works again. Feels like it changes every pack. So conduit binder, binder composites. I need gravel, sand, and clay. I think I've got some of those. I might not. All right, well, I can make do. Give me a second. All right, well, I've got cobblestone, and I've got a little grinder thing here, the sag mill, which can turn cobblestone into gravel, and I think occasionally sand. We'll figure it out in a bit. But, so I'm going to convert this into gravel here, convert some of the gravel into sand, maybe get some flint along the way that I can then... All right, here we go. Excellent. So now it's grinding. Should get some bonus sand and flint drops that I can then use to get us some more flint. You see how it really goes down really quick. Flint isn't perhaps the best long-term solution, but this is getting us what we need, and we're making it out of gravel and undeath. All right, 38. How much does this need? Oh, only 2. Yeah, I can just craft this right now. So, let me craft, not smelt. It's made out of binder composite. There we go. 8 binder composite right there. That might be enough for what we want. And of course, I can just smelt right there, and it all pops out. This thing is great. All right, let's see how this is doing on... All right, it's already done with the energetic alloys. I can make 3 of these into some cables. These aren't necessarily the best cables, but I'm not exactly working with the best infrastructure here anyway to begin with. So let me break some things up. Break block. There we go. And now with that in mind, that one's already getting power from the thing below it, so I don't need it. And I can just extend these along here. Now, one thing I really like about the Ender.io cables is you can mix them in with item cables, fluid cables, and so on, and basically just put all your cables in one block, which is a lot less messy than you'd otherwise be dealing with. So, energetic fuser. I'm going to need some steel. Let me see how much steel I need. Alright, I am going to need 8 steel. So I'm going to need first 8 pieces of iron in the metallurgic fuser. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put that in. Now, for this, I'm going to need to fuel it with coal or charcoal. So let's see what we can find in here. I've got some coal powder. Let's just take half of that. Now, with coal, it's going to be less efficient. I don't need that in there anymore. Coal is less efficient than charcoal for making steel with mechanism. I believe we're going to need 8 coal. Just put this in the fuel slot. And that's going to make 80 carbon. 80 carbon will make this into some sort of refined iron or something that we then refine further with another 80 carbon enriched iron to get into the 8 steel. So I'm going to actually need to put in another 80 coal. So let's do that. I don't know of a way to empty this out or convert it back into items. Probably other people know better. But this is going to keep working on that, and in the meantime, I'm going to just put away a lot of this inventory stuff. So I actually forgot, there's one last step I want to do, because I'm going to want to upgrade my sword. And for that, I'm going to need one of those special ingots, which is made out of Vibrant, which is made out of an ender pearl and an energetic alloy. So this is started up there. Then I'm combine that with an emerald to make the little crystal. We certainly have no shortage of those, and we are, I guess, in the way, making our armor out of them finally. This should hopefully be done soon. Combine it with the 8 nuggets, and as you see, eventually make enough of these, and eventually will actually... you'll have some nuggets left over that will eventually add up, but it's going to be a little while. So here we go. Oh yeah, I've got to actually break it down, so I'm going to need to go to here, Vibrant. Nice if we could just combine the two, I guess, even though that's less efficient. It's a little bit obnoxious as far as recipes go, but it's not impossible to do it. Alright, Vibrant Crystal. Alright, and then I'm going to want another one of these. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. That's so much obnoxious work otherwise. Alright, so, the Ender. And a little crystal. Alright, there we go. It is now empowered. Its damage, I think, is higher now. It might be while it's charged. I think the damage is the same for now. But I can make it more power. Here we go. I'm running through some levels, but I'll get that back. Alright, now let me see if I can charge this thing up. Alright. Yeah, there we go. +1 attack damage and plus 0.4 attack speed because of the power that's on the thing. There we go. And now it's all shiny and stuff. Well, I guess it was shiny before. But, that said, let's see how this is doing. 8 enriched iron, let's put this back in, and make it into steel. Anytime I want to see about the other things that this requires. So this is mainly to make the heavy engineering block. So I'm going to need some pistons. I need some electrum. I think I can make electrum. So pistons. Do we have any pistons right now? If not, we can make some, but I'm not seeing any pistons right now. Let's go to piston here. Oh, and I'm missing some wood. I can deal with that. Just go like that. Alright. And give me another piston. Oh, that's... yes. Alright, so, I can store these away. So, let me see. Alright, then electrum. I think that's going to be gold and silver. Do I have any silver? I saw some silver down there. That might be... I might have to go back and get it. If I don't have any silver, I'm going to have to go get the silver. Alright, yeah, let me go do that. And here we go again. And, oh, I need to turn my night vision back on. Now, I'm used to silver being really quite common. I think the various what is it, COFH mods, the... I forget what mods were involved with it. Mine Factory and the like. Added silver everywhere. Just really everywhere. So much so that you never actually needed it. Oh, here we go. Some stuff right here. I guess left over from last time. That's going to be useful because I need to put some stuff underneath this silver right here. Perfect. Now I can just break these blocks. Oh, got a little bit more silver. Let's see if I can grab it. There we go. So we got our silver. Let's get away from the lava and head back to our own private realm. I think that's tin right there. I don't need that. Okay. Then we can get our silver and gold ready. I believe we can use the alloy smelter to smelt gold and silver together to make some electrum. So let's go ahead and try to do that. All right. If this will load. Okay, cool. All right, so let me put this back away, and hey, we got more levels. How about that? All right, so got some silver there. I need 1 gold at least, I think. Yeah, I'll get 1 gold ingot. Let me stash a lot of this other stuff away. Don't really need it right now. Might not need torches for a long time. Okay. Now, since I have it, I might as well just take this thing right here and process the silver. Here we go. 2 silver dust. Silver dust and gold. Let's see if we can combine that in here. No, I might have to smelt it. Let's try that. Okay, so we've got silver and gold from that. Let's see if we can smelt this. Okay, there we go. We're getting some electrum out of this. So, we need to make... Alright, that requires copper. I think I can get that. And we've got 2 electrum. So, copper ingot. Used to have a lot of these. I still have a decent amount. Looks like it's not being ore dictionaried quite yet. And then I've got the 8 steel dust, and I can deal with that easily enough. I don't think there's any thing that steel will melt into when it's melted again. Alright, there's our 8 steel dust. So, I forgot to put that back away. Alright, so let's see. Right here, I think I need to... Yes, I need to make steel mechanical come up. I can do that right there. I've got 2. We've got 1 from a chest before. I was hoping to get more because I could just step all of this steel production. We're getting 2 heavy engineering blocks. That's great. I'm not going to complain. Alright, the other components it's going to need. It's going to need wooden grip. Treated sticks. I might not have that. We'll find out. Not only do I not have the sticks, but I also don't have the time. So I guess I'll see you all next time, where hopefully we'll make a really nice flamethrower.